Hey YouTube, so this is going to be my second video for the night, which I'm just throwing it out there now. If you see me wearing the same makeup or the same shirt or anything, I usually make these videos before I go to sleep, and I'm going to tend to just make a bunch of them at night, that way I can upload them whenever. So yeah, that explains that. But this video is going to be a redo of my coming out story, which I had, but I took it down at some point, don't really remember when. Besides the point. Okay. Next thing I'm going to say is if you catch me looking in a weird direction, like up over there, over here, it's just because it's really weird for me to be talking to myself on a webcam. So, yeah. But, okay, so, we'll go back to the coming out story now. Let's start it with when I know I was gay. I figured it out when I was 13. Let me start it with anyone who watches. I'm a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. Anyone who watches Buffy the Vampire Slayer knows that Angel, played by the amazing actor David Boreanaz, tends to be shirtless pretty frequently. And I was watching it, and I kind of had a very male reaction to David Boreanaz shirtless, which made me realize that I kind of like David Boreanaz in a more than admiration kind of way. If you understand that. If you don't, then you shouldn't be watching this video at all. But anyway, that's how I figured it out. A couple months later, I tell my twin sister, and her exact words to me were, "Cool, shopping buddy." And that's pretty much it. She was pretty much nonchalant about the whole thing. Like, whatever, it's cool. Yeah, you're my brother. Now, after that, I told my second best friend to my sister, which her reaction was, duh hun, I can see that. I'm not blind. Well, actually, before her, there was kind of one other person I told, only I didn't really tell him so much as he was my older brother's best friend. We're having a little conversation about sexuality. He told me that he is gay, and I kind of made out with him, so I'm pretty sure he figured it out then, but yeah, besides the point. Told her, then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna come out at school. It doesn't really matter. Pretty much my school was one of the schools where everyone knew everyone's business. Something got around the school pretty quickly. So someone asked me in class one day why I was reading a book about homosexuality, which I was doing a report on it, so thus the book. But yeah, so someone asked, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a report on this, and she was kind of like, why? And I'm like, because I'm gay. And it kind of clicked with her, and within the hour, I'm pretty sure everyone in school knew. It wasn't an issue. From that point on, I didn't really tell anyone else. Pretty much kept it to myself. Well, I meant family-wise. Obviously, everyone else knew. Wasn't a big thing. Just didn't tell my brother, because I thought he would freak the fuck out. Okay, so paranoid of how he would react. Well, parents are away, sister's staying at a friend's house, he's not home. Invite my then boyfriend over, start making out, take off his shirt. Brother walks in, starts flipping out, which I'm like, oh shit, what have I done? I'm so screwed. No, he's not pissed that I'm making out with a guy. He's pissed that the guy is older than me. Yeah. So he was like ready to murder him. But, yeah, I calmed him down. Talked to him about it, and he's like, yeah, I've kind of always wondered if you were. Wasn't really an issue for me. Figured you'd tell me when you were ready. Yada, yada, yada. And then, you know, he got to know my boyfriend, and he became friends with him. Pretty much every guy I've dated since then he's liked, other than one guy. Which, that's beyond the point. And then actually, it's funny because my husband right now is like, they're like best friends. Like, not even like, when I started dating him, they became best friends. It was like, bam, best friends. But, he actually, it's funny because he just recently found out that I had made out with his friend, and he was like, what? Yeah, because he didn't know, so considering he was older than me, kind of flipped. Anyway, from there, I decided to tell my parents, which I was freaked out about, even though my brother kept reassuring me that it'd be fine. So I'm going away for the summer with my boyfriend, and my parents thought it was a little weird that I was going away with a guy alone for a couple weeks. Kind of provoked a few questions, kind of questions I ignored or avoided. Till finally I just told them, yeah, I'm with him, I'm gay. Parents were... My mom freaked a little bit when she first found out, I'm not gonna lie. There was a little bit of like, oh my god, how could you keep this from us? But I was pretty much like, yeah, whatever, not a big deal. Still love you. Which actually, it's funny, because I actually talked to him about it. And he's like, oh, I knew. Which I just recently actually talked to him about it. And I asked him, how did he know? He's, son, you were a male cheerleader. There was like a 20% chance that you weren't gay. Then you throw in that I caught you making out with 2 different guys. You kind of figured it out. And I thought I was like all sneaky, that no one knew. And yeah, he knew. But I mean, other than that, my coming out, that's pretty much it. My coming out experience is pretty much just easy and pretty damn good. Despite the constant like shock of like, are you kidding me? Really? Couldn't someone at least say something more than that about it? But whatever, I'd rather have good reactions than bad reactions. The only bad reaction I actually got was from a transferring student. This was like my junior, senior-ish year. My years kind of blurred together because I skipped a little bit, messed around, graduated like 2 years early. But, so, new transfer student, thinks he's all macho, calls me a queer or something as he walks by me. Now, first off, if you know me, you know that I will beat the shit out of you. Like, that I'm a good fighter, that I don't take shit from anyone. And they throw in that my older brother is like the guy that would, like, chances are murder you or run you over or something for fucking with one of his siblings. And then I'm popular because I'm co-captain of the cheerleading squad. Chances are you shouldn't say something bad to me. Before I can even react, one of my friends' boyfriend slams the guy into a freaking wall and then tells him to apologize. Which actually the guy, after that, he only did one other thing, and I kicked his ass for it. Needless to say, he didn't say shit after that. So yeah, that's pretty much, that's my coming out story. So, my advice to you is to always be yourselves, always be true to yourselves. And anyone that doesn't accept you for who you are isn't worth knowing. So, short, love yourselves, love others, and that's it. Bye, guys.